How Michelle Yeoh influenced Star Trek. Section 31's visual style explained by director. A Woman on Fire. Michelle Yeoh's influence shaped the visual design of Star Trek. Section 31, as explained by the film's director and executive producer, Olatunde Osunsanmi. Set to premiere on Paramount Plus on January 24th, the film focuses on Captain Philippa Georgiou, portrayed by Yeoh, a key figure who previously appeared on Star Trek Discovery, as she is tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets. Following Yeoh's Oscar win in 2023 for Everything Everywhere All at Once and involvement in the 2024 hit Wicked, her return to Star Trek brings renewed attention to the covert operations of Starfleet's Section 31. During an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Osunsanmi shared that Yeoh's performance directly influenced Star Trek Section 31's visuals. Philippa Georgiou's fiery, relentless nature inspired an unpredictable and cinematic style, marking a departure from typical Star Trek aesthetics. This design approach reflects Georgiou's duality and her journey of redemption, setting Star Trek Section 31 apart as a visually bold new chapter for the franchise. Check out Osunsanmi's comments below. At the end of the day, each scene usually belongs to one particular character. In Section 31, 99% of those scenes belong to Michelle Yeoh's character, Philippa Georgiou. So then, what you have is a movie that is visually inspired by who she is. She is unpredictable, she is dangerous, she is relentless. She also has discovered that she's kind and has the opportunity for redemption. Instead of a man on fire, you have a woman on fire and a visual design that is unpredictable for the first time in this modern era. Osunsanmi's decision to shape the film's visuals around Yeoh's Philippa Georgiou directly influenced the design of Star Trek's narrative and aesthetic, focusing on character-driven elements that redefine the film's approach to storytelling. With the franchise traditionally ensemble-driven, Star Trek Section 31 will center on different characters throughout the film. This focus allows the film to explore Georgiou's redemption arc in greater depth, but also allows the creative team to center the visuals around other individual characters. Furthermore, the production's unique visual style reflects Paramount Plus' commitment to reinvigorating Star Trek for contemporary audiences. By tailoring the film's aesthetics to Georgiou's personality, the filmmakers are pushing the boundaries of what a Star Trek project can look and feel like. This approach also builds on previous installments like Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and the aforementioned Discovery. Moreover, Yeoh's involvement also emphasizes the franchise's evolving priorities. Her notoriety attracts a global audience, expanding Star Trek's reach beyond its established viewership. The film's emphasis on espionage and character-driven drama, coupled with its distinctive visuals, could become a new standard for future Star Trek projects. Our take on Yeoh's impact on Star Trek Section 31. Yeoh's influence on Star Trek Section 31 is a testament to her ability to elevate any project she's involved in. By centering many of the film's visuals on her character, the Star Trek franchise demonstrates its willingness to evolve and embrace bold creative choices. This television movie has the potential to redefine Star Trek in exciting ways, offering a dynamic and visually stunning experience that honors its legacy while charting a new course. When it comes to powerful screen presence, few actors can light up a frame like Michelle Yeoh. So when Star Trek Section 31 director Olatunde Osunsanmi sat down to chart the visual course for the highly anticipated Paramount Plus film, he knew he was working with more than just a star. He was working with a force of nature. In a recent interview, Osunsanmi opened up about how Yeoh didn't just influence the narrative arc of the Section 31 film, but also shaped the very look and feel of the movie itself. "Michelle's not someone you follow with a camera," he said. "She commands the camera. She's a woman on fire. And it's that blaze, equal parts elegance, danger, and control that became the foundation for the film's aesthetic." In short, Michelle Yeoh is Section 31. A character born in shadow, lit by fire. Section 31 isn't your typical corner of the Star Trek universe. It operates in the gray, sometimes pitch-black areas of morality, tackling the hard decisions Starfleet would rather not be associated with. So when the filmmakers began crafting its standalone story, they sought a visual style that embraced secrecy, subterfuge, and sophistication. And right at the heart of that tonal blueprint was Emperor Philippa Georgiou, Yeoh's enigmatic and deadly alter ego from the Mirror universe. Yeoh's dual performance in Star Trek Discovery, both as the noble Captain Georgiou and the ruthless Emperor, provided a template for the dualities that define Section 31: light and darkness, order and chaos, diplomacy and assassination. But it wasn't just her acting that guided the vision. It was the way she moved, the way she held power in silence, the precision in her combat, and even the cultural gravitas she brings from decades of work in both Hong Kong action cinema and Hollywood epics. The moment Michelle steps on set, the energy shifts, Osunsami noted. We started thinking about the lighting differently. The way the camera tracks her, it's almost like stalking a panther. There's danger and grace in every step, lighting the shadows. The visual tone of Section 31 leans heavily into noir, shadows slicing across faces, backlighting that isolates silhouettes, and smoky environments that evoke secrecy and espionage. But it's not just for mood. It's tailored around Yeoh's portrayal of Georgiou. In one early sequence, Osunsami described a scene where Georgiou walks down a dimly lit corridor inside a Black Ops Starfleet base. We had this whole corridor rigged with smart LEDs that pulsed like a heartbeat as she walked through, he said. We wanted the corridor to react to her, not the other way around. It's a visual metaphor that's baked into the cinematography throughout the film. The universe responds to Georgiou. The environments aren't merely backgrounds. They're stage extensions of her psychological state, regal, calculating, and always 2 steps ahead. The use of high contrast, sharp lens flares, and sudden shifts from wide shots to tight close-ups adds a sense of volatility that mirrors Georgiou's unpredictable nature. Fashion for fire. Costume designer Gersha Phillips, another Discovery alum, returned for Section 31 and worked closely with Yeoh to craft a look that would reflect her evolving identity. Michelle didn't want to just wear something cool, Phillips said. She wanted something that spoke to power, quiet power, dangerous power. The result? Sleek black uniforms with mirrored accents that catch and reflect light in strategic ways, giving Georgiou an almost spectral quality on screen. These details weren't just aesthetic, they dictated how scenes were lit and framed. Osunsami pointed out how the shimmer of a shoulder pad or a flicker on her collarbone became the focal point in low light. Her costume became part of the lighting setup, he explained. It was like sculpting fire with shadows. Action with intention. Of course, Michelle Yeoh's legacy is inseparable from her action work. From Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon to Everything Everywhere All at Once, she's built a career on redefining what elegance in motion looks like. And in Section 31, that tradition continues, but with a Star Trek twist. Osunsami revealed that many of the film's action scenes were choreographed with Yeoh's strengths in mind, blending traditional martial arts with futuristic tech and wire work. But more importantly, the action served the story. With Michelle, a punch is never just a punch. Every movement is an extension of character, he said. So we slowed down the frame rate in some shots, not for effect, but to give the audience time to feel what she's feeling. When she strikes, it's with purpose. It's not about destruction, it's about control. A mirror that illuminates. The ultimate irony of Yeoh's character is that she originated from the mirror universe, a place of corruption and cruelty, but has somehow become one of the most fascinating figures in Star Trek's moral universe. That contradiction defines the film style. The mirrors, the flames, the shadows, they're all there to reflect a woman who defies easy categorization. And if the fire Michelle Yeoh brings to